Hey guys, tightrope here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We're on Pisa, Centrale. Thanks for spawning on the left. We've got Havoc with Dak, who's got elite forces, battlefield espionage, and Italian infantry. Teaming up with him is tactically irrelevant. Straight away locking into battlefield espionage. Did receive quite a lot of changes in this balance patch. Curious to see how it goes. On the right hand side, we've got lattouf with the Brits, who has special service, Polish cavalry, and Indian artillery. And Deliri0us with US forces, going for Italian Partisan as US forces. In terms of rankings, Deliri0us 12, lattouf 31, havoc 32, and tactically irrelevant 37. So a bit of an edge towards the allies, though, you know. I'm sure Havoc could probably climb higher if he really wanted to. Not way under my sound. There it goes. Okay, suppression kicking in there. Here comes the 250. It's all on for this medium fuel. I think Havoc's going to have to go up some ground. Until the combat half-tracks come online, 250 can't really fight that well against the dingo. He's pushing up. Seems like he wants to do a bit of backcapping with that low-health sapper. Can't really use it for repairs anymore, right? Okay, early tunnel going up here. Wonder if tactically irrelevant saw the 404 is like, okay, I'm not going to bother with my own light vehicle at this stage. Just going for infantry and now a machine gun with a fast tech style. Up against the early 4x4 though, you can go for like a 250 and then fast tech into a Panzerjäger, chuck it inside and chase this down. Be a good way to just knock out the unit very early on in the match. So Havoc's rotating. He's given up on this side because of the dingo. He's looking to make an impact against Deliri0us away from the dingo. And the 2-on-1 works very well. Forces a bunch of retreats. Allows the allies not much of an opportunity here to fight back. The machine gun coming down now. He did tunnel his way forwards here. But it looks like that tunnel's going to get spotted now. And killed. Okay, that's an interesting move coming down onto this cutoff. Disconnecting a decent number of resources here. And Havoc decided to go for the high munis, but it's not even going to be connected. What was that? Combat half-tracks for Havoc, okay. Will he upgrade to the 250/9? I think the 250/9 does make a lot more sense when you're up against these ultralights, the dingo and the 4x4. Hitting that at a fast timing can allow you to chase them down and kill them. For the, you know, maybe 6 minutes where maybe like something like a Humber would hit the field, ready to counter. A 250/9, you've got that window of timing about 2 minutes. We can get the kill. Without many counters on the field. Especially now it's 5 fuel cheaper as well. Worth considering. It looks like both the DAC players on fire support elements. Was an early med truck though for tactically irrelevant. Getting a bit of healing done. And it looks like Havoc did manually construct a Panzerjäger, so he's going to chuck that inside this 250, I imagine, and go hunting with it. A base howitzer fire coming in here, though, from the dingo, making it awkward for tactically irrelevant. 4x4's coming in from the side. Deliri0us doesn't have anti-tank grenades yet. Friendly fire from that grenade. Pretty good dodge. Maybe he could have driven his 250 forwards a little bit there to make sure that Panzerjägers didn't drop models on their way in. Okay. Oh, that's painful. MG34 gets turned over. He was considering trying to go for a grab on it, but maybe was counted as in combat, and I think it probably would have been a waste of manpower. He would have used the weapon crew pickup, and then I think the sappers would have jumped on it first, so he would have just lost the manpower. So I think it was the right choice to not even try for that. And now here comes the Humber. This is a problem. Havoc just a little bit late getting this combo going.
The territory sector has been claimed by the enemy.
He's kind of missed his window to chase down these ultralights. Okay, so Deliri0us.
Medical supplements are being distributed to help keep infantry in the field.
Picking up one guy. He's going to put the Panzer books on it, ready to counter the DAC light vehicles. He's got bars online early on. I only got 2 riflemen for the bars at this stage. But this is often where you kind of need to plug the hole. Otherwise you are vulnerable to those DAC light vehicles. Tackling well. I'm trying to use the mid truck to hold the line here. Does have about enough munitions for another machine gun soon. Might be worth just retreating here and coming back fully stocked, fully healed. Otherwise, you've got a lot of low health models here. It's just going to cost you a lot of manpower fighting this one out. Okay, so Havoc's gone for elite forces. Puts the scope rifles on both of his palm greens. And the flak feelings up the top now. He's also got an assault green half track. He wants to maybe get a flank on this machine gun. He's going to come down and assist his teammate again though. Run Deliri0us off this side of the map. Okay, there is another tunnel down the bottom. Definitely a good map for tunnels. Loads of places to hide them. So, Green's looking for the squad wipe. Oh, that's a good use of the smoke there from the Humber, though. Fast thinking from lattouf. It did take a while for the smoke to come out, though, because it had to spin around first. But it all works out fine. Everything survives. That's big. A couple mines down here already. So Deliri0us was pretty well prepared for light vehicle shenanigans. They came online pretty late for tactically relevant, though. He didn't have much before that flak feeling. Now he's gone for a AT gun call-in. But it seems like Deliri0us maybe not intending to go for a light vehicle. Only just ticked his support center now. He's going to try use the Panzer Buxers to counter the flak feeling. Pick up his saboteur now. That's getting revealed by something. How did that get revealed? It is worth trying to kill this on retreat. Good Molotov assault there, quite a lot of damage.
Territory is now in enemy hands.
Next flak feeling has done just about nothing. Barely any experience. She's gonna get out of there nice and smooth.
Pack 38 is entering the field.
Okay, he's reversing it into action. But it does have very long vision, so it can be pretty hard to sneak up on it. That feeling gets a solid burst off though.
Our victory point is being
He T-gun's coming back up to the top for lattouf. It seems like the Allies are under quite a lot of pressure at this stage. Deliri0us trying to go for this Partisan style with no light vehicle. He's having trouble getting in range for this to work, and he's got the detectors here, so he can't stealth his way forwards. The detecting really shutting down the Partisans. I think that is often what you rely on with the Partisans, you know, sneaking your way forwards, maybe getting like 2 volleys off them, retreating, then the flak feeling has to be out of action for a little bit, repairing, and it just buys you a bit of breathing room to regain some map control. Okay, Scout goes down to a rifle nade from Havoc, but I wonder if that was on retreat. Flak feeling's a little bit low though after that AT gun hit and the Humber's pouncing.
A victory point is being taken from us.
Pops up a flare for some reason. I don't think that was really necessary, but got the kill. Where was the Panzerjäger? Yeah, it's really far away from Havoc. It's pretty risky not having any supporting AT up there. All of his AT was in the middle. It's a recipe to lose your light vehicle. Kind of gets caught up. Pathfinding hiccups. Rifle nade missing there. Havoc having to concede some map control. More tactically relevant. It does have a transfer depot up. Got quite a lot of munitions spare, so he can start pumping his manpower. Maybe pushing out another palm green.
Enemy forces have taken our territory.
Pretty good dodge on the grenade assault. I imagine Havoc's probably going to struggle a little bit without this flak feeling. Maybe he needed to drop a smoke here if he wanted to win this fight. His AT gun's coming up now. This is a situation where the palm greens with the scope rifles can really excel, just camping behind cover. Oh, nearly got the Humber kill. A situation where maybe if they were an arranged team, that flak feeling could have come up from the bottom side and polished the Humber off as it was making that move. A random team action here. Flak feeling is V1, so it's got the extra health. Wouldn't die to 2 AT gun hits. It's a solid grenade. Gets the D crew. Ayo Gurkali is inactive. Or is in action rather. Forcing the retreat. Zap's jumping back on the MG. So Deliri0us kind of swapping sides a bit. He's got a tunnel up here. Allows him to contest the top side of the map pretty easily without much risk. So I think that's, you know, like a smart play from him if he's having trouble operating on his side of the map. The mobility from his battle group. Look for opportunities elsewhere. And look at how fast this Sherman's coming in. Panzer 3's on the field though as well. And we've got a Command 8 right hitting the field for Havoc now. A little bit on the late side. I guess he wanted his tank out as quickly as he could get it. Command 8 Rise. Kind of one of those vehicles, like the earlier you get it, the better, because it's got those charges that you need to store up over time.
Our victory point is being neutralized by the enemy.
We'll see how it goes.
The enemy has taken
Humber's vision here, such a big asset. It's so hard to play against it. He's coming in though. Couple shots connecting. He's... Oh! Okay, does get the kill here. Pathfinding struggle getting around that corner there, but it works. Oh! Dingo gets away though. Looks like the 250's probably going to die to the Gurkhas. They got the Bren upgraded. Yeah. Pretty close though. Combat half tracks just about saving the day. German took a shot. There's a 3 still out of action, waiting for repairs. Got one down the bottom for tactically irrelevant. What's he popping? Is that a transfer? Is that showing up on the cart? Is that going to fill up their...
Veterans of France and the Low Countries have
Interesting.
arrived to train our vehicle crews.
I think that's going to mean so we can't see one of his unlocks, right? Okay.
A munitions point is being taken from us.
Well, not at that stage of the game yet. That's the volunteer infantry, so cheaper reinforcements for Lattouf. Didn't go for pillage. Meanwhile, we've got Matildas flying onto the field for Lattouf as well, and he's putting down a cache. Getting some nice value out of these tunnels though, Deliri0us. Oh! Looks like maybe a grenade assault got the kill there. Underground detonation. Didn't go too well. He lost his guys up here while this is happening as well. He's really trying to make something happen down the bottom, Deliri0us, but he does not have enough firepower. Yeah, it looks like tactically relevant is indeed getting another palm green with the extra manpower from transferring out his munitions. Couple Matildas though coming in. Lattouf doesn't have the airburst unlocked, but I think he can get it, right? He's got enough command points. Yep, and there it goes. It's one of those situations where the Matilda needs to stay in there, do as much damage as possible while the AT guns are tearing down and repositioning. Kind of backed up a little bit too far. Oh boy, and a sapper ended up dying during all this carnage. Hungry coming in from the side could get a snare off on the Matilda. Attack rounds going off there. The Panzer IIIs are coming in. That's going to be a dead Matilda for sure. Allies are under way too much pressure right now. But Havoc getting this Panzer III into some trouble. Matilda taking a surprisingly long time to go down. A bit of a miss positioning. And that AT gun maybe could have got some shots off on these guys, but not a huge problem. Bulldozer for Deliri0us. Okay.
We have taken the advantage.
Might be able to contest the AT guns of tactically relevant. A bit better with that. But Havoc, you know, pretty low on army. He's deciding to go for armored reserves. I guess he's going to go straight for the ace. Makes us out in a pretty comfortable position after those armor kills. Deliri0us did go for mechanized support center, so is salvage as a possibility. So those wrecks could be a bit of a problem from the Axis leaving them on the Allied side. Oh boy. Indecisive on the pathfinding there though. Palm Green LMG has really good penetration, so it rinses those ultralight vehicles. You have a couple caches down for the Allies as well on the fuel side, so they maybe should start flooding the field with their armor, but having control of the middle to medium fuels probably more important than a cache. nice to have those flags. Helping to spot the mines. I was thinking like maybe they should have colors on the flags when we're in observer mode. So you can tell which team's mine it is. Looks like he's maybe considering killing off these wrecks, which is maybe to the detriment of his team. Got an 88 for Havoc meanwhile. So it's going to shore up his anti-tank. He's got strong enough infantry. Doesn't have too much to worry about. It's just to worry about the Matilda. And yeah, it does look like he's stalling for the ace from here. Okay, decent barrage there from the Command 8 rad. EP situation is actually surprisingly close. I thought the Axis were a little bit further ahead here, but definitely ahead in army. Duke out the back. Doesn't find anything though, but Rifleman getting wiped on retreat. Got the incendiary AT guns now. Spot where you need the IR Gurkhali if you want to have a hope of winning. Here's the 88 from Havoc. It's in the middle at the moment. Let's check these away. Oh, Havoc using his Command 8 rad abilities on his teammates' units. That's very generous.
Proximity alarm near our munitions point. The victory point is being taken from us. We have lost control of a victory point.
Okay, it's going to be a Hellcat and then a mortar for Deliri0us. That's interesting. Maybe want some smoke to contest the middle. Smoke off the 88.
The enemy have claimed our sector.
Okay. Sherman getting himself into some trouble here. Oh, snare around the corner. I don't think he saw that one coming. Tactically relevant, not chasing. Interesting. There are a couple mines here, but I don't know if he's that. Okay, that's good base howitzer fire there from the Dingo. Could catch the AT guns. Okay, here comes another underground detonation. To the AT guns. Decrease one of them. That's pretty nice for Deliri0us. Its speed buff on the fuse showing itself off there, because if it came in a little bit later, that would be a big problem. Going for an incendiary, but it's not enough. Oh, and there's the 88. Oh boy, this doesn't look good for Deliri0us. Sherman's still alive. Pretty sure this Panzer III is above one shot, so it does have a bit of bandwidth to go for a chase. Whose smoke is that? Couldn't fully capitalize on that underground detonation. Things end up going sideways for the Allies. And there's the ace now for Havoc. That thing is really hard to handle. Gonna need probably a 17 pounder from lattouf. It's gone for a BL 5.5 recently, and that walking Stuka, it's not what the Allies needed at all, losing one of their AT guns there. lattouf does have team weapon training as well, so he did have the extra health on that. Why are these guys moving so slowly? Oh, I just hit the speed down button. Okay, whoops.
Territory sector out of contact.
Still big army size lead for the Allies, largely because of Deliri0us and his losses. Have any upgrades? No. Pretty comfortable for the Axis right now, but still the VPs are neck and neck. Being able to like tunnel out of here and contest this VP immediately
Our forces hold
can make a big difference.
The advantage is ours. Our Stuka aces have brought more fire.
Okay, and there's the BL 5.5 landing right on top of all of Havoc's stuff. Some pretty solid damage done. Nothing that's gonna stick though. Okay, well Havoc stays in there, takes another hit. Now he's going to be out of action for a while, but here comes the counter barrage. Pretty good retreats though from lattouf. Doesn't really lose too much there. That BL 5.5 blasting and opening on top of the VP. Those double AT guns waiting. See Deliri0us tempted to come in. Pretty fast, right, with that combined arms buff moving around. Deliri0us good on the smoke from the Shermans.
Has arrived. Survival improvement and smoke canisters are being requested.
So tactically relevant, about ready to do another resource transfer. He's already got so much manpower in reserve. I suppose he could go for armored reserves and maybe, oh, he's already got it. Get the Tiger out, so he doesn't have the pop cap for it though. What's the Tiger, 24 pop? He's got to lose something if he wants to get a Tiger out.
Our fuel point is being neutralized by the
Doesn't
enemy.
really have much to spare there. I suppose he could get rid of one of his AT guns. Would that be enough? That wouldn't be enough, right?
The territory sector has been claimed by the enemy.
Decided to go for tungsten as well. Extra penetration.
Proximity alarm near our victory point.
Deliri0us. Okay, he's got grenades.
The enemy has taken a
Okay,
victory
Havoc
point.
hasn't gone for any armory upgrades.
Survival packages
Oh no, there.
have
Got
arrived.
smoke just
Smoke
now.
canisters have been retrofitted.
How fast that ace is, man. Forget what the modes are called. Is this one called Marauder? Forget which one's which, but he's on the acceleration boosting mode. 17 pounder dropped off here, but
The finest ace pilots available are
there's 88 back there as well. Matilda's got to be careful.
Stuka inbound.
Here comes the Stuka. See a few of them though hitting the building. Matilda are dodging off to the side. The R5.5 not really hitting too much. This is about to get hit by the walking Stuka. Yep. Stays a little bit further away with the tow vehicle, making sure that doesn't get caught up. Is that a creeping barrage? Oh, Havoc's got a walking Stuka as well, it must be. Yeah.
Proximity alarm near
Okay,
our
here
fuel
comes
point.
the underground detonation, going after the AT guns again. But Technically relevant, kind of aware, like anytime he hears that beeping noise, it's going to be on his AT guns, and he just starts dodging away with them.
Enemy forces have claimed our sector.
If Deliri0us has the range on it, he might need to do it behind the AT guns instead of on top of them. Got himself a bit of breathing room there, but he's just not able to make a dent and actually kill anything off tactically relevant. And even if he did kill something, he's got so much float now. Thanks to the resource transfers. Just easy to replace anything, even a Tiger. He decided to go for the Panzer III call-in, which you don't see too often. It comes with the grenade launcher.
Ammunition point is being neutralized by the enemy.
17-pounder not quite in the right angle to assist in this fight. To bring in the air burst. T-gun setting up, but the assault green's doing well. Oh, there's a second 17-pounder. He's bringing it in. Coming the wrong direction, though. Just to spin around. That delay might have cost them the kill. The 17-pounder got a second shot off. The ace will be dead there. Most likely be dead. So coming in the wrong direction with that. Costing the ace kill. But here's a bit of an opportunity from Deliri0us. Oh, he threw... Was that his grenade? He threw that on the AT guns? I thought he was going to go for a snare. Okay, here comes the A squadron. It's got to be like pretty well upgraded at this stage. Dodges off to the side though. I think that's the way to go because they are quite long. They're not very wide. A squadron. Oh, there's a big hit from the bulldozer. It's the first wipe we've seen go against the Axis for a while, I think. Both of them, you know, scraping against the pop cap limits, whereas the Allies are on struggle street. That ace kill would have been so big. There's a full call in for Havoc. This is a creeping barrage. Did some okay damage. Seems like the Allies kind of cornering themselves a little bit, trying to hold on to these two VPs. Does make it easier for the walking Stukas to land some big hits. Does Deliri0us have salvage yet? No, still no salvage. There is a couple of tank wrecks he's missed out on. Double 17-pounders are the linchpin for the Allies. If they lose these, they're in some big trouble. I think what the Allies are missing right now is some sight. No... Oh, we've got one Recce Tommy. The flares. Deliri0us does have the ability where he could get sight. So if he could like sneak a tunnel down somewhere and start dropping that, I think that would really open up the Allies' game. That vision, I think, will go a long way in positioning the 17-pounders, allowing them to land some really long-range damage, and even allowing the BR 5.5 to land some shots on unpredictable targets. Double bulldozers, though, doing pretty well. And there we go. Panzer III goes down to the Hellcats. One AT gun decrews. Here comes a walking Stuka, though. Two walking Stukas, in fact. Counterattack from tactically irrelevant, but gives up on it. Okay, here comes the underground detonation again. I think going after the AT guns, he just decrewed. Only got the munitions for that recently, but he doesn't find them. I think what you need to do is you need to have like a tunnel back here and one like sneaks in from an unpredictable angle. Just a shorter travel time might work, but requires quite a lot of setup. Easier said than done. Overall, I think it was a pretty good push from Deliri0us. Promising signs. Captain might lose his Jaegers here. Oh, needed one more bullet. Didn't chase. I mean, somehow the Allies are still ahead on the VPs. That Walking Stuka's got a really fast rate of fire. It's the Command 8 rad. There we go. Walking Stuka's softening up the AT guns a bit. Not getting rid of them for good. This one's placing itself, making sure it's going to be a bit more resilient. Got a good angle for it as well here. Covering a very relevant area. The other one's covering the other side. Still would like to see some vision though from Deliri0us. Okay, looks like he has used it somewhere. How am I going to do that? Swap to Deliri0us. Forgot what my fog of war hotkey is. Okay, there it is back there. Pretty nice. If he did this earlier, after like maybe the second underground detonation, if he kind of gave up on those a little bit, would have been really nice. Okay, the Hellcat's coming in from the side, tactically relevant, in some big trouble. Had a nice mine down, slowing things up. And that stops the Hellcats from going in. Meanwhile, the Ace Squadron knocking out all sorts of stuff. Command 8 rad. Barrage as well, nearly knocking that out. Is he attack grounding or something? Why is he missing so many shots with that 17 pounder? Ace is basically unscathed. Deliri0us on the back foot. Getting some okay hits off though. Got a lot of repairs required after this. The Ace finishes off the 17 pounder. Come the double Walking Stukas, I think, going for the other one. That might be the death knell for the Allies. Both 17 pounders going down. Okay, Bulldozer's armor holding up nicely. Oh! Ace able to scurry forwards. Get the shot off, and that's what's enough to kill the Bulldozer. Do you have the armor buff? No, he didn't. I think that's just been the problem. The Allies have been a little bit far behind, and especially on Deliri0us, just hasn't allowed him to go for any of his support center upgrades. And he's feeling that in the late game. You could like salvage some of these things, get the armor going. Be a different story this game. Okay, seems like the BL 5.5 getting some okay hits off. Only 7 kills though, huh? Hit 3. Just been doing a lot of damage to the tanks. Got a Grant now for lattouf. 3 Hellcats waiting down the bottom here. If you can keep these AT guns out of the picture. There he goes. Couple misses. Should be able to pick off this Panzer III though, so it's a great start from Deliri0us. Unfortunately, gets a little bit close to the 88. Gets a fadeaway incendiary shell off though. Looks like the Bulldozer is going to survive. I think a Vet 3 gets like... Oh no, Vet 2 gets the health buff, okay. Stuka's popping off. Okay, another Bulldozer tagging in. AT guns holding strong, but this is a great angle for the Hellcat. Looks like he wants to get to the Panzer III kill, and he does. Could even get the mid-truck next. He's lost range on it now. Can the Tiger keep pace for another shot? Ooh, he stopped driving forwards. Oh, Hellcat died back here. I guess it hit a mine, maybe? Mine's paying dividends there for tactically irrelevant. Looks like he did another transfer. I didn't see, but maybe you guys can rewind and check if it was munis or fuel. I would guess munis, because he doesn't have many of those, but he's got enough fuel he could easily transfer that. Doesn't need any more, he's already got the Tiger.
We're losing a fuel point.
Creeping barrage coming through. Deliri0us is really making it happen, you know. He's constantly down by about 20 population, but he's been making some nice pushes.
We've lost a territory sector.
Looks like these guys are starting to plunder though as well, so it's just even more resources for tactically irrelevant.
And our victory point.
Now that it's got salvage as well as the weapon pickup. Okay, here comes the elite squadron again. Oh, wow! Catches the bulldozer back there. At least it was the lower vet of the two bulldozers, but this one kind of getting caught up on the building. Tiger might find it. Oh! 17-pounder decrewed. Jumps back on it. Oh, and then double taps the Panzer IV. Here come the walking Stukas again, though. The E-launcher getting to work here.
Enemy activity near our munitions point.
Okay, Hellcat going on a bit of an expedition, maybe hoping he could find like an angle out the back, maybe knock out the tow vehicle. Find the walking Stukas. Some juicy targets out the back for sure. Doesn't want to find a palm green though. He can't do much against them. Don't have the machine guns upgraded on any of the Hellcats.
Enemy in control of all victory points. Territory point is no longer under our control. The sector's been overrun. It's theirs now.
Okay, Deliri0us coming through the middle again. Great start. Into incendiary after that. And they're going after the Tiger. A few of their barrels facing the wrong direction though. Looks like he's going to try peel off. 88's there. Maybe look for another way round. Forgot about his engineers. He's coming back around for the Tiger again. 88's a little bit too far away this time. Tiger facing up his frontal armor. Here comes a Stug calling though from Havoc. Double Stugs. Hellcat bounces that shot. I think if he had pinned that, he probably would have stuck around for the kill on the Tiger, but it bounced, so he's trying to disengage the Stugs in hot pursuit, though. Oh, I think one of them missed. They're going in, but the Hellcat's faster. The Stugs are about like 5.5 top speed. Definitely slower. Oh, hits another mine back here, though. Havoc seems like he's microing elsewhere, though. Oh, and the Axis allies threw in the towel there. I guess that push didn't go well enough for Deliri0us. He lost quite a lot elsewhere on the map. Decided he's had enough. Man, those boosted up resources. I wonder if we can see that on the graphs. Doesn't look like it. Tactically irrelevant. The resource boosters and stuff from seem pretty good now, right? They seem pretty damn good. Good plays though, you know, kept his AT gun safe, really shut down Deliri0us' early game. Feels like the detector as well, shutting down the Partisan so hard they just could never get in range to land AT rifle hits on the flak feeling. See what Deliri0us was trying to do, but his early game did not go well. It was good from him though, trying some attacks on the top side instead, looking elsewhere. Similar story for Havoc, right? In the very early stages, he was having trouble with the dingo, so he kind of gave up on the top of it, came in for a 2-on-1, forced Deliri0us away. Got to look for other opportunities. Don't just get stuck in your own lane and fight a bad engagement for like 3 minutes, just end up losing. Look for other opportunities elsewhere on the map. Don't just give up on your lane completely. Leave big holes, but you can see an opportunity to zip a unit across or two. Can make a big difference. But yeah, it felt like the Axis kind of got ahead, stayed ahead. Couple decent moves from lattouf with the 17 pounders, but they're a little bit stationary and there's just so many walking Stukas. Hard to keep them alive against that much firepower. Maybe the Allies needed to make a move like out the back. Try find those walking Stukas and knock them out. I think Deliri0us was kind of like probing, looking for opportunities, but didn't find them. I would like to see him kind of give up on the underground detonations a little bit earlier as well and maybe start boosting up sight. But yeah, interesting tactics in this one. But yeah, just so much float for tactically irrelevant. You know, lost a couple of Panzer IIIs to the tank swarms of Deliri0us, but is able to just push them out again straight away. Get a Tiger out. Resource boosting looking pretty strong. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like a game recast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.